right now.
I don't remember what we were doing.
Oh,
Welcome to Fringeworthy, the early campaign with Team 6, Team Banzai.
Tenno Henka Banzai.
Long Banzai.
Okay, we are recording on April 14th, 2025, and Angel's the dragon rider, her dragon Indominus, otherwise known as Dom, has challenged Lysera's greatest warrior to a one-on-one duel, mostly because he wants to eat him.
Yum.
From looking at these dragons, Bruce, do they seem like evenly matched? I mean, just looking at them, like same size and such, or?
No, they're not the same size. When you guys get basically marched over to this ginormous coliseum that's filled with people and soldiers and a lot of dragons, but these dragons are more humiform in shape. They're upright standing. They have wings. They have huge claws, and they also have this nice little like dual, looks like little things sticking out on either side that you're probably most correctly saying is some kind of twin pulse lasers coming out off the sides of their heads.
Trogdor!
Yeah.
Do
Anyways,
these dragons breathe fire?
who knows? We'll
Are they
find
the
out, right?
Terminators?
You guys have never been there before,
Just
Ronan.
wondering if that information was available.
Well,
Bruce,
Bruce?
there's. I know the world has words for dragon and for fire, but is there like a single word for dragon fire?
I would say no.
No.
Do the dragons pay their taxes?
In blood.
Hypothetically.
They only pay $750 if they're millionaires.
Yes,
Well,
I don't think,
the taxes wouldn't be due till tomorrow.
yes, I
I
don't
still
think
need to do my taxes.
I don't think these particular dragons have their own hordes. They seem to be very much a part of the wizard, the orange wizard's entourage, and strike forces. So, anyways, so like I said,
The orange wizard.
but compared to most of the dragons, this one in particular is obvious, stands apart from the rest. It's at least a head taller, huge barrel chested, long tail, not like Dom, but good for keeping him upright on his feet. Like I say, he's got wings, he's got these claws, and the claws are very impressive because obviously, in addition to the claws that are on the ends of his fingers, okay, there's these orange bladed scimitar-like curves that come out like a certain Marvel character on either side that look like they could really tear you a new one. And he takes a look, seeing as that dragon takes a look over at Dom, and in a wicked smirk comes across his face when he sees this larger, with the long neck and the long tail and big, really big wings, but larger dragon than him. But at the same time, Dom's not glowing with anything. Dom's, just his normal silvery gray shape.
Your base entry level dragon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No radio, no power
All right.
windows.
All right. So
No icons.
So this person comes out, dressed in body armor, but having some kind of device, and starts talking into it. It's clearly a microphone, a spar speaker. He says, "Ladies and gentlemen," he says, "warriors of all castes, Your Majesty," And she's not mentioned last because she's the least of them. It's the reverse. And she says, he says, "I present to you He says a quick and simple execution. One of the minions, one of the representatives of a so-called white wizard, has come before us to battle our finest. Bloodburster Roy. Bloodburster Roy here, and everyone goes, yeah! And a big cheer rises up from all of them. He's like, he puts his hand up, yes, yes, yes. I am that person. Yes, you know me. Yeah. And he says, has challenged, our champion. So he says, we're glad you're all here. Of course, and it won't be very long, but we assure you that there'll be additional bloodletting later, so that you don't feel dissatisfied by this quick and dirty fight.
You know him. You love him. You know you want to touch him.
All right, and he walks over to the group and to Dom. He says, your name is Indominus, correct?
Which one is he talking to?
The
Talking to
dragon.
Dom,
Indominus.
and Kaitlin, it's up to you to trash talk this other dragon if you so wish.
I can't trash talk in real life. What are you on about?
Ugh.
Yeah,
I'm
my
so
name is
beautiful.
Indominus.
You can't hit me. I'm beautiful.
Look
Yeah.
at the cute
Dom
little
says,
dragon.
all I see is a lizard I want to kill.
Uh-oh.
I see a little dragon who thinks he's a big special boy. Yes, he
I
is.
see a
Yes,
Ronan
That was
that
that
looks
was
like he's
a
gonna get
reference.
punched.
That was a reference to Dune, by the way, in case the whole trade.
Never saw that.
Of course
Well,
he did.
You don't have to advertise your ignorance, Ken.
Cole.
Oh,
Sorry again.
Ken wasn't paying attention.
There you go.
All right.
Hey,
Perfect
Ken.
timing.
I'm the one who doesn't pay attention here. Let's get that clear.
Nah.
All right.
Perfect
okay.
timing there.
Yeah. Does Angel have something she wishes to say? Is Angel, first of all, going to ride into this battle with her dragon, or is she going to get off this dragon?
I
this
was
battle?
under the impression that she had gotten off of him in the court area thing. I will only go if Dom wants me to go with.
Thank
Okay,
you.
that's fine. I just want to make sure that this was clear.
Yeah.
Okay, because if we get in a situation where we got two dragons doing Godzilla,
Yeah,
Megatron,
yeah.
rolling across the rocks of the of the battlefield, and solid rocks bursting into powder under the weight of their bodies. I just wanted to make it,
Dogs
be
and
real
cats
clear.
living together.
Be clear that you weren't going to be under that at some point.
Yeah, no, not. Don't want to die in the stupidest way possible. So
All
Total
right,
chaos.
total
Okay.
chaos.
dogs and cats living together. Gotcha. Okay. So, anyways, so basically, Dom says that, and Angel, of course, apparently says nothing, even though her player is going to be playing Dom. And so we fall back, and he basically says, "All right." He says, "It's it's time to get down and dirty." He
Uh-oh.
says, "And bloody." Yeah. He says, "On three, creatures." And he backs away and he goes, one and a half. And everyone's like, yeah. The roar that's coming around is incredible. It just rolls across the plains, and of course the shape of the Colosseum just focuses that sound down below. It's truly mind-bogglingly loud.
These people are
Okay,
very excited.
and he
for
goes,
this.
says, and three. Okay, Kaitlin, you have a 3, and Bloody Roy has a 4.
Lovely.
All right.
Bloody Roy gets to go first.
Bloody Roy.
Bloody Roy digs in and just goes bzzzt, and charges toward Dom. Okay, comes over and swings.
A swing.
Does a swing and a swing.
Oh, because I said swing. All right.
All right.
Ew.
All right. So
Oh,
that's-
hey, Bruce,
Yes.
did you whip out the cards?
I did. Would you like to look in the chat and maybe get your card? Okay, so that one exploded.
No, they're not there.
Yes, they are.
I do
That's the
not see
card
them.
you have.
You sent
Nope.
them to me.
I sent them to you.
Yeah, hold on.
What
Hold
the hell's wrong
on.
with you? All right, hold on.
Okay, I got it. There you go.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
I need the
Oh, you
other
can
one too.
you gonna forward them or something?
Yep, I need the other one too.
Whose is
There we go.
whose?
I got it.
All right. All
Yeah,
right.
Kaitlin, we need to know whose is whose.
I just sent it. Oh, wait, it's sending.
No, I received it, but they don't have people's names attached to them.
From left to right, Jason, Ken, Jason, Kaitlin, Ken, Cole, Chuck.
I got gremlins.
You got Gremlin.
Okay.
Check your last because I wasn't expecting you for another 2 minutes.
Okay, no problem.
Place card after you.
Religious experience.
I got
Yeah, see
revelation.
this.
Cool.
For anyone who's listening, this is what I have to deal with. Anytime we have an incredible moment of drama, they're like, "Where are my cards?"
Unfortunately, that is the truth.
Oh,
All right,
golly.
so
Anyway.
basically, Bloody Roy does a double slash at Dom. He rolls an 8 with the first attack and a 19 with the second.
Lovely.
Yes, it's very lovely. Lovely.
It was sarcasm. I'd like to know how to
That was your
dragon.
So the
mistake.
first one does 5, and that's 17, which is 17, which is 20, 23, which is 3 over Dom's armor,
Yep.
toughness. Okay, and then the second one, that's a 1. It's 11. It's 16. Okay, so the second one misses, even though he's got all this stuff going for him. All right. Zoom, zoom, and Dom reels back in pain because this thing just slashed through his armor. He is shaken. Are you going to Kaitlin? Are you going to? Well, go ahead and roll your spirit check for
Okay.
Dom.
Ouch town. Population you, bro.
Mm.
Ouch, tie.
Oh, wait, that is 10. Okay. Is that anything? Nope. So, 8. Yeah, I rolled an 8.
It's an 8. Well,
Yep.
that means that yeah, you recovered and you can act normally this round, so you're fine.
Yay.
So he recovers from being shaken. And what's Dom going to do?
What can he do? Okay, I know I can't do the fiery breath because he doesn't have any fire left. Uh, he's gonna words. Shut up, Cole. He's gonna bite at this dragon, I guess, for lack of a better way of trying to put the damn
Go
put the
ahead.
damn term. Okay, that
Claw,
is
bite.
There you go.
claw bite. Rawr. All right. Ooh. That is a 15 to hit.
Okay, that's definitely going to hit
That's definitely gonna hit. And
with a raise.
that is strength plus D8. What is strength? D12. That is 23 damage.
23 damage.
Yep,
Well, you definitely
23.
hit him, and you took and he's also 23. That's actually 5 points, 4 points, 6 points over his toughness. Okay, so he would take a wound, except that he's going to except that he has armor, and orange fire just coruscates around Dom's head,
Ah, shit.
and Dom
Yikes.
and Dom gets this strange feeling. It's almost like almost this feeling like when he's flying through that column of fire that comes up off the island.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So he gets to say I guess
Yes.
I wouldn't say anything. So.
Rickety
So,
recharge.
are you going to do something about that?
Whatever he usually does with that. I don't know what he does
Fight
with
him again,
that.
Cotton.
Look on the damn character sheet,
I can
Kaitlin.
see the character sheet.
I think she wants to know what the dragon does in his home pillar of fire.
I see it. I just didn't see it.
It's like role playing with a chia pet.
Chia. Absorbing the magic. He shall absorb it. And
Make the
that
roll.
is going to be a D10. Brain can't see dice at this point somehow.
Absorb the magic.
11.
11. Okay. This geyser of orange flame energy roars off of Bloody Roy and just flows into Dom. Dom staggers back a little bit because of the rush of it. Okay, and he's like, I am fully recharged. And at which point, Dom still had. Well, actually, that was your full action, because actually I listed it as a reaction. So
Okay.
he still has a second attack he can make. That one didn't do anything because the armor protected it from his attack, and then he absorbed the armor.
Good stuff. Yeah, it'll be
Nice.
Jeff and Dave too.
Yeah, Dave too.
All right.
Okay then,
You
Dave.
bet. Usually have to pay double for that kind of action.
Sorry, Chuck.
Oh my God, this is one of those days.
I'm still waiting, Dom. What's your?
I thought it was
since you have the ability to make 2 attacks.
Oh, I thought it was the other dragon. Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, the other dragon had the ability to make 2 attacks also. But you can't bite again. You have to use like a claw.
Okay.
And don't forget the fact that he has a tail swipe. He's allowed to do.
And a wing buffet.
I was just about to do tail swipe, tail lash. So I will. I guess Dom will do the tail lash at him. So that's another.
So you want okay, all right, okay.
Use tail lash, Pikachu.
I choose you.
My God,
That just made me roll. That just made me roll a 15. That's how you broke me.
All right, 15.
Okay,
that's
so
a hit with a raise because it's over his parry. So what's the damage?
All right, 1 second.
It's over 9,000.
It's equal to strength -2, so it's a D12. I believe a D12 -2.
Ooh.
D12 plus 4.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, so 9. 18 damage.
Nice. Okay. So he is uh, oh, okay. All right. Okay, so he is shaken. Do you wish to
He was
continue?
shaken.
That's a free attack, by the way, so you're welcome to also hit him with another attack.
Can I use the fire breath this round?
No, that
Okay.
takes a full round. It's like activating something.
Okay. And I
You
will
could
use
scratch his eyes out.
Claws.
Uppercut.
claws.
So you're gonna claw him.
Gonna
Okay.
claw him. Okay.
All right.
Body blow.
I keep switching back and forth between D10s.
Hit him in the kidneys, Rock.
That is a 9 to hit.
Okay. So that is success, but not a raise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, even with a wait, actually, it is because you get a +2 when they're shaken. So yes, it is a hit with a raise.
Okay. Roll all those again. Ooh. 9. I think that's a 9. No, that's a 6. Uh, 17. Yeah, 17 damage.
17 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So that would be exactly equal to his toughness. So so he basically doesn't, because of a feat he has, he's not going to take any he's not going to take a wound just because you hit him, you shook him twice.
Okay.
There's a feat for that, by the way, in case you guys didn't know. All right, the end of the round. Everyone's like, what the hell just happened?
Shit happened.
He's really surprised. He's like looking at himself, you know.
You can do it, Rock.
So now it's the next round, and Kaitlin, Dom has a 4 of diamonds,
All right.
and he has a 4 of spades, so he goes first.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Where'd all the
I
low
literally
cards?
shuffled these cards right before we did this.
Are you sure?
And cut them. And cut them. Yes,
Cut them.
yes, I did.
He put all
All
the
right.
little ones in the
Did you
middle and then
tell
cut them.
Did you tell the cards that?
Mm-hmm. All right, so he's going to go and definitely make an attack against Dom. So he's going to make two more attacks against Dom. As a 2, which is not going to hit. And that is a 7, which is going to hit. All right, so he does 12 plus 18, 10. It's not a raise. So that is a total of 16 points. He is going to use one of his bennies, no mercy, to re-roll that damage.
Right then.
Which is a 7. And it's not, you're not real happy about that. Okay, is he going to do it again? Yes, he's going to do it again. I want to hurt him. And this is a 10, still not doing it. Okay, so at which point he is going to
Whiff.
he is going to use his wings to send a cloud of dust into Dom's eyes. Okay,
Oh, no.
Dom, you can give me an intelligence check to avoid this.
All
A
right.
blink check.
This is a
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
8.
Okay. You shut your eyes and don't get distracted by
Blink.
that as he backs away from you. Okay. All right. So this gives you an opportunity, Dom. This is you get to give a parting shot to this guy because this system does allow for parting shots. So what are you going to do? Are you going to make a strike at him?
I shall. Again, I'm going with
You
the bite
can't.
again.
You can't breathe on him. That's a full. That's a
I'm
full action.
going with the bite.
With the bite. Oh, you're gonna bite him again. All
I'm gonna
right, go
bite.
for it.
Biting sounds like
His
fun.
head just like it's like. Ah!
Biting sounds like fun, according to the dragon.
Bite, bite, choo, choo.
That's a 9, my sir. Did you hear me?
9.
Yep, 9. It's a 9 to hit.
Okay, it's a hit.
Okay. Strength.
It's just a straight up hit.
12 plus
Little
8.
game I like to call stabby, stabby, cut, cut.
Exactly what we're playing. Okay. That is a 14.
That does not get through his toughness.
Does not get through toughness, but it is still something, I guess.
All right, he got past his parry though.
Got past
So
his parry.
yeah. All right, Dom, your turn. Standing there looking at you, you know, blood in his eyes, his claws out. No longer was his whole body glowing yellow as it did.
Fire?
Okay. You want to do fire? Do some fire.
Fire.
Fire, 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 fire.
Have you
Okay.
not known me long enough to know that I will take fire at any given opportunity?
Even if it's just a little Molotov cocktail.
I'm going
Fire.
to Benny that. That's much better.
Okay. All right. Okay. So he makes an agility check. And first of all, you have to make an athletics check to breathe fire.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So give me an athletics check to
That's
activate it.
That's agility. Ooh. 11.
Okay, that's going to be successful.
All right.
And it will do extra damage if you manage to hit him. Unfortunately, he rolls a 4, which means he's able to basically dodge out of your cone of fire.
Ah, curse it. All right then.
All right. So, however, you still, are you going to try to close him with him and try to use a tail lash on him?
Exactly that.
Is there anything else I can tell you how to play the character?
No, it's just the fact that you're reading my mind.
Okay. All right.
It's literally just.
I need the words to come out of your mouth.
I know. It's literally just the fact that you're reading my mind.
Okay. All right. So you rush forward.
Just think your karate classes, do that taekwondo stuff. Jump up, kick him in the head,
All right.
It's just the fact
And
that
this
you're reading my
guy
mind.
has first strike and misses.
Awesome.
So yeah, go ahead.
All right. That is a 9 to hit.
Okay, that's going to be a hit, but not with a raise.
All right.
It's going to do strength -2. It's a D12 plus 4 damage.
Yeah. Ooh.
Actually, I think yours is a D12 plus 6, correct?
Oh, for strength. It's a D12 plus 5.
Okay, so in other words, plus 3 then.
Okay. So.
Yeah, they do -2 on damage with the tail swipe, but it's a free attack, so it's nice.
19 damage.
Wow. Okay. Okie doke. That definitely shakes him again. So all right, he's shaken. Let's roll for let's do the initiative. All right, that's a 7 to Dom. That's a 2 to Bloody Roy. So Dom, you get to go first this time. What you doing?
I'm biting at him. I like bites, apparently.
Okay, make your bite.
Not to sound weird, I apparently like biting.
You know, and feel free to embellish. You know, with
Go, Mr.
Dom
Bitey.
roaring and trash talking him and you know,
after
all that
this,
stuff.
after this, maybe I will. That is another 9 to hit, and that's not with a raise. So
Okay. Yeah, you do know that you have a that you have improved frenzy, right?
And
I
he's
do
shaken, so isn't that a +2?
It is +2,
Oh.
but the improved frenzy means that she can roll 2 fighting dice instead of just 1, taking the better of the 2. So she gets actually 3 dice she gets to roll for the attack every time.
I was wondering exactly what that meant.
Yeah, that's what it means. So 19 is, you know, so you said the damage was 19? No, that was the last time. You haven't told me the damage. Yeah,
I haven't told you the damage.
you haven't told me the hit roll, have you?
I told you the hit was 9. And then you told me about the improved frenzy.
Okay, all right. So it's just regular damage then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That is a 12, sir.
12 damage?
Yep.
Doesn't bother him.
Yeah, I figured.
I knew we should have sent in Chenway first.
Yeah.
Soften him up a little.
That
What's
would've
your
been
what?
interesting.
Okay, so second attack.
Okay, for this one, I'm gonna try to embellish this a little bit. Dom is not happy about the fact that this did not phase him, so he actually is going to roar in frustration, and he is going to words. Damn it, we're gonna try again with the claws because
Okay.
that's what we're doing.
All right. Just remember to roll all 3 dice this time.
All right. Okay.
By the way, for those of you who are interested, he gained this ability because of all his basically fighting in all those combat lines with the knights. You know, what will eventually become the Round Table, all those skirmish lines and stuff like that, where he was just fighting everybody around him.
Oh wow!
So he does he just basically just bites and tears and claws and does all kinds of stuff like that.
11 to hit.
Okay, that is a hit with a raise. So you get that.
$25.
Holy cow! 25. Okay, so that's his toughness is that. So that's going to be a plus. That's 2 wounds. All right, he's going to try to soak
Didn't he
that.
have one already, or did he soak that one?
He doesn't have a wound yet.
Oh,
Now
okay.
this will be his first. Okay, so that is 1. So he basically just has 1 wound. Okay, he's down to 1 Benny. Okay, so are you done?
I believe so.
You still have a tail lash. It's a new round if you want it.
Sure.
It.
Not telling you what to do.
I know.
Except
I
you can
know.
forget, but you can do.
I know. No.
What?
Because I didn't
Mama.
because I didn't think about it. I won't do it this round. I won't do it this time.
Okay, fine. All right. So it's his turn. All right. First, he gets to make a spirit check.
Tail whip him in the cloaca.
Yay! Okay, that's a D10. This is a really good roll for him.
Because I didn't think about it this time, I will not do it. I got. It's not Dom, but it's a dragon.
Okay.
There you go.
That's a 7, which allows him to act defensively, but not actually. Okay, so
Yeah.
he basically goes and let's see here.
And baby dragon. There we go.
Actually, gonna tell me. All right. So he basically defensively moves away. I think I was actually wrong. I don't think you get parting attacks in Savage Worlds. And it's a new round.
All right.
Let's see if he can get initiative this time. All right. You have a 5 of diamonds. He has a 5 of clubs, which means you have initiative.
Awesome. All right. I can't use the I can't use the fire again, can I? Because he
Absolutely can.
Oh, I thought he couldn't.
Absolutely can. Yes, you can.
Oh, all right. I'm trying. I'm one great.
You'll lay down that fire on him again, huh?
Lay down the fire.
All right. Roll me an activation check.
Mm-hmm. That is a 10.
Okay, that's successful. All right. He manages to dodge it again.
Damn it.
Okay.
Well, if he only needs a 4, he's probably going to be dodging a lot.
Still.
Yeah, it's true.
Still.
Yeah, it's like all area of effect things. If you make your D4 check, you're going to be able to dodge out of the explosion range. It's one of the few nice things about Savage Worlds that's otherwise very brutal. Okay, so are you going to do anything else?
So in frustration of the fact that this guy keeps dodging, Dom will slash at him with his tail.
You'll have to close to do that.
I will close to do that.
You close, okay.
I will close.
All right. Because he is still shaken, he doesn't get his first strike on you.
Yay.
In case you forgot about that.
Partially did, but that's beyond my
Yeah.
point.
Okay. Go on and make that tail lash.
All right. That is a 7 to hit.
Okay. That will. He's shaken. Did you add the +2 because of the shaken?
That makes it a 9.
Okay. Then it definitely hits.
All right.
Because both of you have a parry of 7.
So strength plus D8. And 17 damage.
Okay, that's equal to his toughness, which means that he would be shaken again, except for the fact he's already shaken, and he would take a wound, except for the fact he's got the feat that says you don't take wounds from getting shaken.
All right.
I think it's called tough as nails.
I think so.
All right, so it's now his turn, I believe, and he is going to make a. First, he's going to try to make a check here. All right, that is an 8. which is a hit with a thing with a raise. So he has come out of being shaken. He's ready to go. All right, he is going to. I have another one. Where are you? There. Okay. 4. All right. All right, he fires his twin pulse lasers. Orange flame erupts from the sides of his head, blasting right in between into Dom.
Am
All right,
am I able to absorb that or no?
that's a good question. Are you?
I guess we will find out.
Ah.
Yeah. All right, he
If
is.
not, that's gonna probably like
He hits
disintegrate you.
twice. So make your absorption check.
7.
Okay, then that is successful.
Yay.
Just vanishes into your body. It just the orange just smears out over you and just vanishes. And he just looks. He says roars and rage. Roar! Okay, and
She'll get over it.
he tries to do a tail tail lash on you.
All right.
So he has the ability to do that. And oh, nice! I finally exploded. Yes. Okay, that's 11 to hit you. So that's a hit with a raise.
Uh-huh.
All right. So now he's but it's with a tail lash. So
Yeah.
I get a D6, extra D6 on top of my. That's 5. Whoops. Oh crap. Okay, he's going to use his final Benny. Re-roll that damage because doggone it, that was. I rolled like a 1 and a 2.
Oh, poor DM.
Oh, still
Yay, I
not good
finally
enough.
wore him down. At
Still
least it's
not
Go
good
dragon.
enough.
Go
right.
dragon.
All right, he failed. All right, he's mad. All right, he's really furious, just raging. Okay, new round. You have a joker. He has a king. Oh. So you can go whenever you want to, but I would recommend going right away. You have +2 on all your attacks.
Hitting damage.
1 second. Let me.
On hit and damage, yes. So what you doing, Kaitlin?
1 second. Typing. Brain. Okay.
I didn't know
I
you
know
had
it-
one.
Shut up. I know it hasn't worked so far, but I'm still trying with fire.
Okie
I
doke.
am damn determined to make it work.
Make your roll.
Stubborn as hell.
We all know that, Cole. Agility. Okay.
Oh.
Like, what's my agility again? Ooh. 7.
It's you. It's not agility. He rolls agility. You roll athletics.
Oh.
You want to Benny that? With your dragon Benny?
I'll keep the 7.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been impressive.
I will keep the
Indeed.
You could have been a star.
7.
You could have ruled the world.
Okay then.
You could have been the next Miley Cyrus minus the drugs.
Anyway, did he dodge it?
I don't know. You never told me anything.
I just.
What'd you roll to hit? What'd you roll for your athletics?
Ow. That I gotta do again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also a 7.
+2.
9.
So it's a hit. It's a success with a raise. So your damage, if he fails, is going to be better.
Yay.
All right.
And he succeeds with a 5.
I tried anyway.
Okay. You still get your tail
The
lash.
important lesson of trying is don't do it. Never go outside.
Don't get off the boat.
You still get your tail lash.
Yep. Again, roaring with rage, attacking with the tail.
So she's just fighting this dragon all by herself, no backup.
The dragon is fighting the
That
dragon.
it's an honor combat. Yes, it's 1-on-1. Now that
Well-
doesn't mean that Angel couldn't be giving him suggestions through their
Yeah.
telepathic link, which doesn't seem to be happening,
Yeah.
since he's not speaking for Angel in any way.
At the moment, no. 10 to hit. 10 to hit.
And if any of you guys had suggestions, you always could have put
Yeah.
it to Angel to pass on to Dom, but you didn't do that either. So
Technically,
What do you
still
mean?
have
We've
it.
been saying all sorts of things.
Anything helpful, please.
We've been
Well,
saying helpful things.
you got to be more specific about that.
okay, Angel, sorry, Dom, what are you doing with your tail lash?
Tail whip
The
him in
wrong
his
dice.
pee-pee.
Firebolt to his face.
You guys are incorrigible.
Bite his neck and rake him with your hind claws like a cat.
Go for the neck. No, can't really do that with the tail.
Scratch his eyes out.
It's just
Poke his eyes out.
just going with the tail at this
You
point.
absolutely could try to smash him in the head with that tail. You know, it would be at a -4, but it would double your damage.
Get him in a Father Nelson and make him submit to your dominance.
A
A
what?
what?
A Father Nelson.
Let's go for the eyes.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
take the -4.
Whatever that means.
You know what a half Nelson is, right?
No.
Where they get your hooked with one arm behind your head. A full Nelson is with both arms behind your head, and a Father Nelson is like
yeah.
this.
Yeah, I've done that multiple times, but we never called it a Nelson. We just called it pinning.
Oh.
Pinning someone.
That would still
So-
be a
so you-
10.
He wouldn't wrestle.
10. Okay, well that's and did you add the +2 from your Joker?
That would make it an 11. That would make it a 12.
Okay, so that's a hit with a raise.
Okay.
Okay, so you're saying with the -4 and the +2, you ended up rolling a 12.
Mhm.
Yes, with before the -4, I got a 14, which dropped it down to 10.
Okay, so you hit him in the head. That's a +4 on damage. Okay, and a +2 so that's a total of +6 on damage. So -2 because it's a tail thing, so it's a +4 on damage.
+4.
So what's your damage?
Tail whipped his eye out.
Basically, it's your strength
13.
+4 to the head.
And if you got a raise, so it's a second die, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Extra die.
that's usually how
and
it
the
goes.
extra die.
26.
Ooh.
Wow.
Popped his eyeball out.
Okay, so that's
Damn.
going to be another wound, which he cannot avoid. So he's down 2 wounds now.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Now
And,
breathe fire on him.
Petrova from the sidelines. Fuck yeah!
Yeah, because the last time he succeeded with a 5, he had a -1, so he made it a 4. Now it's going to be a -2. All right, and now it's his turn. You're right there. He's just super pissed at you.
I wonder why.
You whipped his eye out.
Recover from
He's going to
being
have
shaken.
to do a.
Look out, Tom. He's going to give you a pinch.
And he fails his spirit check, so he
Uh-oh.
can't attack this round. So he's basically gonna back away from you.
You got him on the ropes, Rock.
All right. He's like,
Mike says that's a good
yeah.
sign.
I'm being the dragon.
He's kind of on the ropes there. All right, next round.
Get on the top rope and do a flying butt player.
There you
Oh,
go.
what?
All
Flying
right.
butt players.
You've got a 2 this round, and he has a 10.
All right.
So let's try that again. That's a natural 10 on a 10.
Ooh.
That's a 17 minus 2 is a 15. That's going to succeed. All right. He can now act normally. He is obviously he says okay, old school it is, and he comes in slashing at you, Dom.
Looks
You
like
don't
he's
have
not
first
screwing
strike, by the
around
way.
anymore.
Hey,
And
we're going
he,
old school with it.
Going old school on you.
The
Hell
gloves
yeah.
are off, ladies and gentlemen.
No shit.
There were gloves.
It's an interesting strategy. We'll see if it pays off.
Oh, good movie.
All right, so
He's frowning at his dice.
yes,
That's
I'm
not a
running
good
at my
sign.
dice because I'm not quite sure what I just did. I think it's a hit. No,
You rolled
okay,
dice.
let me try again, because get that. I couldn't figure out which was the 10-sider I just rolled.
Oh no.
Okay, this time I see. Okay, it's a 7. Unfortunately, he's got a -2, so that's a 5. It doesn't get past your parry. Second attack. Try again.
Snake eyes.
That is a 9. He is going to hit with that one. All
Ooh.
right. So it's going to be
Boom, boom, and out go the
12.
lights.
10. He rolls a 1 and a 2. Oh,
Uh-oh.
okay.
Warm
Gently
down,
caresses
though.
him.
He goes over and just kind of squeak, down the front of Dom's armor. Okay, and he's gonna
Good
try.
dragon.
He's gonna try to do a tail lash on you, because why the hell not?
Because it's that kind of night.
Mhm.
It's not looking good. Okay, that's also gonna miss because of the -2. All right, he's right there in front of you. What are you gonna do?
action all night long.
Nuclear Holocaust us.
Dom,
I heard you.
it's your
What?
turn.
Bite him on the neck and do the raking attack.
Jump up and do disemboweling with your feet.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Bite him on
Or
the
you can
neck
do
and
you
use
can
your rear
literally
feet.
do the Godzilla attack where you jump up and just kick out.
Fly at him, yeah.
And you see them flying level to the ground.
Can a
Making
dragon
that
even do that?
sound.
Can a dragon even do that?
Do the Mothra attack.
There you go.
What?
Or
If he had well, I mean, everybody has to a certain extent unarmed combat, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it'd be he would be doing it wouldn't be doing for the point of doing damage. It'd be for the point of doing just kicking
Whatever that is.
Yeah. Well, just
So-
remember, these creatures are all very large and very heavy.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
they each weigh around 32 tons. So even a strong kick would be interesting. But you could try
Now,
it. Certainly try it.
WWD Dragon Wrestling.
So what are you gonna do?
Mhm.
I'm
Hit him with
gonna
the folding chair.
go.
That always works.
Go at his neck with my teeth.
Okay, go for it.
Gonna go for his neck with my teeth. That's
Of course, with the teeth.
that specific combination of words I never thought would leave my mouth ever.
He's not shaking or anything. He's just wounded.
Okay. 8 to hit.
Don't use teeth.
That will hit without with no
That I can live with. Okay.
with no bonus.
Use your card. I don't know.
I don't-
Use your card.
No.
Yeah,
Use
use
the
your card
card.
if you need it.
Use
the
the card.
force.
My card is the second one. 1 second. Let me see what that is. real quick.
your father. Your mother was a hatchling and your father smelled the elderberries.
19 to hit. 19 damage.
Okay. All right. Well,
I
that
about
will
said to
shake.
hit.
That will shake him because it's one over. His armor class,
Mhm.
his toughness. All right. So, do you have a second attack?
I'm gonna do it again.
Okay. Remember, once you shake him, he's +2 to be hit for the second attack. It's one of the big advantages of doing that like that.
You're right.
Your
Can
mother was a Gila monster.
Can I go? Can I go?
Guys,
Can
she
I
said
switch-
I was right. I feel so giddy.
Can I switch from his neck to his face? I know it'll be a penalty, but can I switch from his neck to his face?
You want to? Okay, you're gonna claw him in the face or something?
I will claw him in the face.
Okay, that's a -4 to hit.
That I will take.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Benny that.
Okay.
Okay.
You got plenty of them.
I know.
Have you used any?
I think
Have
I've
you
used
used
No.
any so far?
this would be the second one I've used.
Okay.
Okay. So
I'll bet you that for $1.
that will be an 8 to hit.
An 8 to hit. Okay.
8 to hit.
That will get just past his whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
His
Parry.
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 You don't get an extra D6.
The thing he does
do
where
get-
he swats
you
up
do get a
attack
plus
side.
4. You do get a +4 on damage.
All right. Oh wait, do I have?
Which, if you can get past his toughness, is a guaranteed wound.
Shit, I think I'm gonna
Alright.
sneeze.
Double sixes.
Okay,
Boxcars, come on.
rolls-
Come on, Kaitlin. We got faith in you.
You can do it.
You can
You can do it all night long.
Especially with liquor.
20. 20 damage.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay. So, okay. So that's it's not a wound, but are you saying with 20 damage with the +4?
Yes, that is with the +4.
Okay. All right. Then it's another shaken.
Hmm.
Because you didn't get over his toughness is 17.
Yeah.
You needed a
Shaken
21.
monster.
Sure you don't want to use that card of yours?
It's useless to me
card.
anyway, so I will
I
use
need
it as a
that card.
+2.
Ah, he takes another wound. He's at 3. And then,
Yay!
and the ringmaster says, and Bloody Roy is bitch slapped to the ground.
And the crowd goes wild.
Yay.
Yay.
Yeah, cards useless
Are they
to me
like
anyway,
selling
so
like
+2.
popcorn and,
And the
hot
crowd,
dogs?
the people are throwing popcorn up in the air. Yeah, the people are going crazy. Oh,
Well, now we know they have the word bitch slap in their language.
yes, they do have that. Bitch slap.
Not one I had thought to check on, but
I
okay.
don't.
Well, I
I
mean, they
never
probably have the
doubted they
word
had the
bitch
word
and the word
bitch.
slap.
We need
Yeah.
to add that to the list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
No,
basically,
as I said, they
Dom
have the
comes
separate
in,
words.
basically just chews a big chunk, from his, from his shoulders like that, and then he steps back and just bitch slaps him, and he goes flying, through the air and crashes down on the ground.
Into
Much
the
further than
crowd.
Dom expected him to go, by the way. He just thought he was just
Gravity
going to
is
crumple
weird.
down.
Damn gravity.
Ah!
He hits the audience. People, dragons,
right.
people
The
scatter
crowd
everywhere.
goes wild, and stuff like that.
Hmm.
There's the people are screaming. He says, it was unfair. They used a trick. People.
I start yelling.
This is the champion. You just bested their champions. So,
I start yelling, tea bag, tea bag, tea bag.
Kaitlin.
What the
Kaitlin,
fuck?
please.
Fine. Whatever.
Are you gonna do it?
Please?
Just for
would not-
just for these two,
Gee,
why not? Sure.
Ronan whips out his camera.
Do you have your camera?
A phone.
I'm always recording.
Ah, okay, just for those two, Angel will
Okay.
tell Dom to do it.
Okay, because Dom's like, what is teabagging?
And we
Do
go,
dragons
and I
have external
observe.
genitals?
She just has
Mike's
to
like,
think
I'd
about what
like
it
to know
is.
that myself.
Okay. He says, Angel, I have a cloaca, but okay.
At this point,
So he kind
whatever.
of goes over and kind of squats like he's going to take a dump on him. Take a dump on him, something like that.
Yeah.
He's like, what am I doing? I don't understand.
Looks like a
Whatever,
real
man.
Cleveland steamer to me.
Right. But then he basically, you know, he does that. He reaches down, he picks the guy up, and he bites a big chunk out of him.
Yeah, if the dragon has a cloaca, isn't it a she?
No, both
No.
of them have cloacas.
Both of them.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
They're like,
It's a bird thing, man. You wouldn't understand.
It's a lizard thing. Too.
Well,
The
they're
lizard
related,
thing.
so
They're related.
Not
They are.
really.
dinosaurs
Not
are
really.
related to birds.
Not
he's
really.
not a dinosaur.
Chicken.
Yeah. Anyway,
See, I don't know what he's
So-
related to. Maybe he's a
okay,
dinosaur.
all right,
Mm.
and at which point everyone just kind of like, you know, it kind of gets hushed for a second, and then they all start cheering again because apparently, you know, the more brutal it is, the better the crowd likes it. You know, he
And
says,
that's what the people want.
and he says, and it's the death munch.
Death munch.
Death
Oh,
munch.
wow.
Yeah, right. The
Death
death
munch.
munch.
Yeah, Dom's pretty hungry now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Dom is feasting. Dom is putting him down, kneeling on him, starting to tear his gut open, start
So-
going
so
through
Looks
Dom,
like it's
actually
wings
trying to eat
tonight,
him.
Cotton.
Yeah, we're definitely having ribs
Mm.
tonight.
Oh, jeez.
All right, well,
joke.
he's
Wings and ribs.
busy. Dom's busy, and everyone's kind of like that. Okay, and so the crowd, of course, is going crazy and stuff like that. And at which point, the queen comes out and she says, "Okay, well, that was not as I expected. Not as any of us expected." He says,
When you gamble, my friend,
Indominus,
eventually
you
you
are
lose.
a valiant fighter. He says, if you desire, you may join my army.
Oh, lucky you.
But in the
Ooh.
meantime,
We'll
Let's
throw a
move-
blanket around his neck,
let's move this off stage.
give him some water, spit in a bucket.
They come
At
out and
least-
don't, you know,
yeah.
and they're like trying to drag the body of Bloody Roy off, and Dom's like eating.
I
Everybody
wouldn't.
Hey,
takes
come
the
on.
next water.
You know, come on, just follow the food. Just follow the food. Yeah.
I will tell Angel I owe you a drink.
Well, Dom did all the work.
Yeah.
I know,
He
but
did-
I
he
made
did the
$50
work.
off of him. No,
There you go.
kid.
Yeah, Jason or
If you
whatever
wanted to, if you
Jason's
wanted-
character's name. Jason, you owe Angel a drink.
I do.
I'll
What?
cheer her on. We'll buy us all a drink.
Dom is the one that did all the work.
All right.
I'm not buying him a
Anyways.
drink. That dude drinks a trash can full.
All right. So,
All right.
anyways, so you guys get let off. There's going to be more team building exercises happening in the Coliseum because now that Bloody Roy is dead, there's going to be a promotion. There's going to be a promotion tournament.
All
the
right.
next spot.
Hey.
The next best boy. Right.
Next
So,
best dragon.
right. And
Like a pageant.
such. So anyway, but you guys are led off, you know, into some tunnels and things like that, and you will eventually end up in a large, sumptuous, glowing, orange glowing throne room, you know, with jewels and other precious metals, you know, festooned on the
Nice.
wall, things like that. And she, Lysera, the beautiful, you know, is sitting on her throne, you know, barely clad, and you know, with a shimmering cloth, you know, draped across her, and she's set up. She says, "Yes, she's very attractive."
Just stepped
and-
into a Frank Frazetta picture.
Yes, indeed. And so she looks at she slowly gets up and looks at you, and she says, "You have bested." He says, "My one of my best children." He says,
Is she
"What
a
shall I
dragon
do
or a
with-"
person?
It's a person. Of course, it's a person. What? What's a silly thing to
Of
say?
course, the
He,
dragon's a
he
person.
clearly doesn't know dragons.
She has.
because-
He says, Bloody Roy was molded by my exquisite power into the form he was before he was remolded into the pile of offal that he is now.
Well,
He's
he was-
definitely bloody, Roy.
Yeah, Bloody Roy.
He was
She just-
absolutely
she
beautiful.
looks
I
and she
think.
looks at you guys and says, I suppose, having bested my champion, I owe you something. So make your request quickly.
Susan says, do you have airships?
I do, though I prefer to use dragons.
Okay. We need a ride.
Well,
You need a okay. You wish a ride. Okay, where
That
do
is
you wish a
correct.
ride to?
The Protector's Tower.
The top of the
The
tower.
can't
Wizard's
the
Tower.
dragon actually take us
The
there?
the
or-
Wizard's
The
Tower.
Wizard's Tower.
I'll
Yes.
say this in
Tower, that
English.
is
Can't
correct.
can't the dragon though take us there if he learns to fly? Maybe we should ask for flying lessons in this gravity.
I'd rather not figure that out in this world, but okay.
Are-
I'm just
Okay.
making a suggestion. I mean,
She
do it or
says
not.
you
That's why I'm
wish-
talking in English.
She says, "Well, of course, okay, but as you know, to touch the Wizard's Tower is to die."
We're aware of that.
Well, if that's all you want, then I guess that's fine.
Thank you.
It is. She looks to some people. It is so ordered. Take them where they wish to go.
Thank you.
And remember, if you come back,
We're
the
marked
gloves
for
are
death.
off.
All right.
No, the gloves
Agreed.
are off.
Thank you.
We must wait for Dom to finish eating.
She waves her hands, and a shimmering curtain of orange covers herself in her throne. You can no longer see her.
Mike says that's a relief.
Angel Petrova
Just
in
in-
English. I always hated the color orange.
It's my second favorite color, says Mike.
I'm being insulting on purpose.
Oh,
And she's
groovy.
saying it in a language that
Yeah.
that they don't know here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Right.
All right.
So does Dom still not know how to fly well in this?
He doesn't know how to fly well.
Yeah.
Where are we at in the cycle of the portal?
We had just gotten here.
Oh yeah, it's early, which means that the portal is there,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, because
Well,
we
that's what I
just
was trying
got
to
here.
check.
Susan
on
said that.
Time passing and
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only been, I won't say a few hours. I'd say probably closer to maybe it's 4 hours into the 46-hour day.
Should give us plenty of time.
so I'm guessing that they really don't want to talk to us if she just kind of said, well, that's what you want, and great, bye.
I'm sure they want us away from here as fast as possible while
I'm
still
sure she was
being
very
polite.
embarrassed by her champion losing.
There's a lot of things that she might have found disturbing about that combat.
I find this very fascinating, says Petrova.
Dom's like, he says, I like my meat roasted.
And there goes his use of breath weapon.
Actually, he
But that's
seemed to be pretty well charged up for some reason.
Topped off.
It's
been
not.
good.
It's not just a one shot only. By the way, I don't know why I gave you that. How you got that impression, but
I have.
they don't get one breath per charge up.
Well, I think because he was out of breath weapon after fighting against the ogre guys, and that didn't really last all
That's
that
right.
long. So that's why I was thinking that it wasn't.
Sure.
Right. Well, he had just come from combat, if you recall. He hadn't had a chance to recharge it anyway.
That is correct. We Susan found them in the middle of combat.
Oh, in the other world. Okay,
Yeah.
Yes.
gotcha. I didn't put two and two together.
They didn't say. They never
never
told
said.
you.
Nope.
It's
That's
not your
right.
fault.
Nobody
it
tells
wasn't-
me
wasn't
nothing.
Important.
Nobody tells me nothing. It's
That's
like I had to
right.
find out what sex
And-
was on my own. My parents didn't tell me anything.
Yeah, sure.
Had to ask my sister.
Did you have a good
I'm
fight, Dom?
just a mushroom kept in the dark and fed on horse shit.
Not this again.
Mushrooms.
That's a good one.
I think it'll be like the
I
third
like
time
the
you've said
I,
that.
I like the emo Phillips bit. My parents told me never open the cellar door. And one day I decided to open the cellar door and I looked out and there was trees and flowers and sunshine and
Another good one is
my parents told me never go down in the basement. And I did, and I found a videotape, and I was scarred for life when I found on that.
the better one is which way did they go? How many were there? I must find them. I am their leader.
I've never seen so much red velvet in my life.
Tonto, we're surrounded by 100 screaming Indians. What do you mean we white men? Take that
Oh,
101.
Yeah.
that's an old one. That's one of the
Yeah.
first ones I learned because that was a huge.
Just so I don't have to have the conversation of, when you say Indian, do you mean a red dot or Tomahawk? I just call them natives.
Okay.
Good.
Just to avoid that particular conversation.
All right, sorry, Jen.
Yeah.
Jen Wire.
When I
what
was
is
when
your
I was 6 years old, I
First
didn't even know
Nation
there
people?
was a name for the people who lived in India.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
why
even
always
know.
thought-
I don't think I even knew about India back then. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it was like, yeah. But I had, and I had,
They're called First Nation now.
silver, and
Well, there's also the
Kemosabe.
Iroquois.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so
Alrighty.
yeah, eventually, they
Thanks,
will
Dom.
lead you to a basically a open chamber
All right.
to the sky, and which is black. Okay, and inside of it you see this even larger than the last one you saw airship, glowing orange. Okay, with be weaponed and but obviously designed to carry very large creatures.
Okay.
And
Okay. A long rope, please.
yes, and it actually inside it actually has what looks like pallets. Like someone Jason, give me an intelligence check.
Oh.
Okay.
Here comes double ones.
Snake eyes.
Snake Eyes curses. Curses.
I've done that more than once in this game.
Same. I think we all have.
Yep. I think I did the first one when I fell into that icy water. That was the first
yeah.
double ones of
That's
the game.
exactly what happened.
It was.
Snake eyes.
I rolled a 10.
Nice.
Okay. This thing strikes you like a first responder carrier. Like it's designed to take large wounded creatures out of combat.
We're in a wambulance.
Like
Wow.
the dragon.
Yeah, like
Right.
the dragons. If the dragons get struck down, this thing actually would be able to carry them out because they probably can't fly out on their own.
One would think so, sure. So we could use it to
So-
transport Dom because he can't fly.
Well,
Yes,
yes.
definitely big enough
Yeah.
for Dom to be inside of. Yes,
Okay, cool. All right, very good.
Yeah. but
There's
I'm
a
just saying
hunger
it's even big enough for
inside you.
Dom to be laying down and being treated by other dragonish medics.
Okay.
Sounds like a TV show on Fox. Dragon.
Is he similar enough to other dragons in this world that they can actually do that? And
Yeah,
You
you've
have
seen one dragon.
zero
you've seen them
basis
all.
for making that evaluation. Dom is bigger than the Drakes. Okay, you're not. She basically says that she uses her power to make them. Molded them, so maybe they're from a natural source. Maybe they're from something else. She wasn't clear. You didn't ask. So anyways. Yeah, so you're standing there waiting around, and they're like, okay, well, hop in. We'll take you to where you want to go.
Thank you.
But
says Susan.
Hi ho.
someone might want to mention the fact that Dom isn't there.
Where's
Yeah,
Dom?
no, we
Okay.
need Dom, please.
Yeah.
Dom?
Oh, your
Angel,
dragon,
please.
your
You get your ass
dragon
over here.
warrior. Oh, I think he's off someplace eating.
Like,
Mm.
Dom, to the white phone, please.
He
He was
Yeah.
sort of
To the
hungry.
white
Dom to the
phone.
front office,
Yeah.
please.
He
Dom to the front
definitely has to
office.
come with us.
Yeah, I kind of need my partner. Can't really live without him. Literally.
Yep.
All right.
Mm,
Well,
that's true.
he says, I'll send word that does this creature understand language?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
All too well.
Which of course
Oh
they,
wait, I could
you know,
change
they,
that.
they, whoever said this obviously wasn't out there with the rest because
Mm.
he did basically stand up and make us and say some stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, Dom took the tiny little microphone and
Well, he studied at Juilliard.
actually it
Was he-
wasn't a title. Yeah, it was a title. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
Just like
he
doing his
says,
little
all right.
claws.
So eventually Dom shows up again. He actually looks pretty clean.
Mm.
His scales are glistening. He's still glowing slightly orangish, which is kind of
rosy hue.
Maybe he
weird.
can.
That's not his normal color.
Hey, partner.
Mm.
Ah,
How you
he
feel?
says, Angel. Actually, you've been like blocking, all the happy
Crunching and crunching.
happy sounds he was making as he was crunching bones and sucking out marrow and stuff like that. So he says, I finally got a decent meal. It's been forever since I could really chow down like that.
Tastes like
Well,
chicken.
that's good.
It's actually been a couple of
Yeah.
days because he was kind of doing well. They even R2's army kind of dislikes him, just basically just eating wholesale the opposing army. These were all people they used to be friends with. Some of those guys,
Well, they're all
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah, but it saves on burial costs. You don't have to clean up after the battle. I mean, there's lots
Well,
going on there.
there's a huge.
It tends to upset the
there's
next
huge
of
piles
kin.
that they cleaned up
Jason, you are grizzly.
I'm just pointing out the obvious here.
Yeah.
All righty.
All right, so he shows up. He looks around at the rest
Dom,
of
you look great.
Get on the bus.
How do you feel?
he says, I feel a little jaundiced.
How do you feel
Oh,
about going home?
A little green around the gills or
That-
orange.
Back to the realm? Yeah.
Well, let's do
try.
it. Would you like
I'm
a beer?
tired of this
glowing-
place
so
where
he's
you can't
glowing
fly
orange.
properly.
So am I.
Susan
lasers-
says,
That he
Angel,
absorbed with
you
those
anxious to
orange?
go home too?
Very much so.
Okay. It was great seeing you again. Good working
Blow this
together
pop
again.
stand.
I'm anxious to go home myself.
It was nice. It was nice seeing all of you guys, except
It
Ronan.
was. It
Yeah,
was.
they
It's
see.
Yeah,
always
it was-
nice to see you.
I'm smoking a cigarette. I'm like, not gonna lie. That was pretty fun.
Considering you almost got eaten.
Yeah.
What got ate by a dragon?
Hey, you hang around with the green guys and they'll eat you for sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
For sure, yeah.
When I said eat me, I didn't mean it like that.
Holy cats.
I'm
All
so
right, so
Yeah,
you
we're
guys
going
Susan,
get
make sure.
inside.
Okay, Bruce.
Yes.
Bruce, Susan, make sure they have a nice long rope.
With a weight,
Who has a rope?
We want a
What?
rope.
the team, so we can get back into the portal.
So we can get pulled back through the portal.
Unless
Ah. Okay.
Thinking ahead here, yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay.
Unless
All
they
All
can
our
get
gear
us
got
close enough.
stolen by the Blue
Sure,
Wizard. We don't
they
have shit.
will. They find it a very strange idea, but they'll come back with a nice leather woven rope for
Very
you,
nice.
kind of like a leash.
Okay.
Maybe
But,
we can get like
What
several.
what kind of leather is this?
Oh, it's cured.
Okay, but
Where did it come from?
never mind. I don't want to know.
You probably don't.
Don't tell me, because I don't want to know.
Okay. Anyways, all right. Roll me a D10, Angel, since
I'll be like,
All right.
who do you
Very
want to
good.
roll that die?
I just asked you to. Actually, let's let Ken do it because he hasn't had a chance to do
Yeah.
anything.
Go
Okay,
Ken,
so
go
roll
Ken.
roll a d10.
A D10, please. Yes.
Okay, 8.
8. It's an 800-foot long leather rope for you guys.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
800
You
feet
said
long.
you wanted a nice long one.
Yeah, I
Never
guess
specified
I
Scaled
did.
up
It-
around this place.
That's what she
The,
said.
the thing is, this
Sure.
rope
Jason, no.
only has two ends. I guess we probably should fold it a little so we have several spots that we can throw through the portal.
A little?
Sure.
Yeah.
Just a little.
I mean, if any of them hit the portal, then
Just
there
the
will be
tip.
dragged through.
Okay. All right. Okay. Once we're at the spot, Susan will tie the rope around her waist. She's got about 50 feet of slack in front of her,
Okay.
and
Fly.
then give instructions to get next to where the portal is.
We
'cause
just want them
can
to
see it and they
fly
can't.
towards the wizard's tower and then
Yep.
stop
Yeah.
above
They
it.
do.
Okay.
And we can see
Okay.
the outline of the portal.
Once
the
you're within
shore.
100 feet, yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
Okay. All right.
we'll tell them make adjustments until we get to a point where we think we can, make the
Just leap
The
to
throw.
the portal?
Okay.
throw the rope to the portal, or a rope to the portal,
Let's
or
see.
some of the rope to the portal.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Mike only has a D. Who's the best thrower in the group? Mike was only a D4.
That would be athletics.
No, throwing.
Hold on, let me.
No,
It's
it's
throwing
natural.
in deluxe. It's athletics in adventure edition.
Oh,
Correct.
Skills.
Currently still using deluxe.
I would
So
They
say
don't
it's
have throwing.
I got a D6.
Okay. All right. Chen Wei, throw the rope through the portal and it'll start pulling me through. You guys grab on.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Chen Wei, how far away is the is this from the portal?
Well, we can't see the portal until 100 feet, so it's better be closer than that. What's the usual distance people can throw stuff in this system?
It just
Frisbee
depends on.
is-
Well, it depends on whether it's weighted and a bunch of other things. So,
we could always
but
have them
normally, I mean, if you were throwing a baseball, you'd probably be able to throw it 300 feet. Throwing something like a coil of rope is probably considerably shorter.
Why don't we have
Yeah, well,
them-
what if we like attach like a rock or even a baseball to the end of the rope and throw it?
It's
Okay.
the leather rope. It's going to be pretty heavy. I think you got to just coil up a thing, and I'll just try to get them to maneuver to like within 10 feet of the portal.
Yeah,
Sounds
okay,
like a
yeah, I'll
plan.
throw 10 feet.
Little more
Okay.
left. Little more left.
To the left, to the
Little
left.
more.
And
All
roll
right, put it
here.
down.
Because if we miss, we'll fall.
Okay, I roll a 5. Is
Into
that
the-
enough,
jump
or
Okay,
should
into
I
the
let me
bend
portal?
it?
make a piloting check here.
What?
Make,
Caitlin?
make, make a
Is it-
piloting check.
I said jump
Sounds like a
into the
plan.
portal.
Yeah, but if you miss, you're going to fall to the bottom.
See, that's why
Down
Susan's
the
the
super
best
slide.
athlete in the party, so
And
I'd
just-
have her go first.
You go down the super slide.
Zip slide.
Okay. All right. So you throw it, it goes through the portal and starts pulling you in.
Okay, Susan, at 10 feet, Susan jumps through.
You think this is gonna? Okay.
You-
What do you mean? At
How are
10
you going to
feet?
jump
I'm
through?
not quite sure I
The-
understand what at 10 feet means.
Clarify.
Okay,
My understanding is that you guys were beginning to toss rope at approximately 20 feet.
right.
Well, I
right.
said 10 feet. But
Oh, 10 feet? Okay, 10
Okay.
feet. So you're at 10 feet.
Susan's
Throw
going
the
to try to do
rope,
a standing
It
or
goes
do a long
through,
jump.
and of course, if you pull
doing
back,
the
it
long
gets
jump
caught.
on the slippery surface is probably pretty hard.
But the other end of the rope tied to Susan is already through the portal. So even if I start sliding, it eventually will pull me through.
Yeah.
Eventually.
So, or I could just take the 1 inch per second or whatever, and that kind of thing.
Because once one person's through,
You know, if the rope's being pulled in, we could use the rope itself to pull the boat a little bit closer.
True too.
we could. Still can. Got like 800 feet of it.
Yep.
I mean, we just go, "Arr, everybody
Yeah.
pull, and the boat will go slowly towards the portal.
Throw it to the port.
Heave! Heave like you're being
Oh,
paid for it!
heave,
Just
ho.
let
All
the
right.
dragon just like go, just a little skip and hop.
All right.
Dragon jumps
Okay.
through. Have the dragon jump through.
Have the
All
dragon
right,
jump.
I want to
very
see how that works.
Little skip and
Yeah.
hop.
Can he jump?
I don't know.
Why
Go ahead.
can't
I'm
the
sorry,
why
you
would
can't-
the dragon be able to jump?
Well, how big are his feet, compared to the body, or does he like coil up and like jump from that?
You ever?
He's got big haunches and such. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chen
Sure,
Wei has
powerful,
seen this
yeah.
happen before,
Like a
multiple times.
like a viper.
Yep. There. Yeah. Okay. So we'll start going through.
Jump like a frog.
Okay. Is Dom going first?
Does everybody want Dom to go first? Is my question.
Yes.
Is there
Sure, you
shouldn't
can, sure,
you
no
go
problem.
shouldn't he go like through at the same time as his rider or partner, whatever?
Is
Remember, our vehicle is on the other side of
Actually,
the
it's
portal.
not.
So it's not.
No.
Oh yeah, we parked. You parked
Where
it,
is
didn't
it
ya?
then?
We parked it with the Mixie.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
With the
Fine.
Demixie.
Fine.
Or it's at least over by the Demixie's portal, one of the two.
Then we're all set then. All right. Yeah, Dom can go first if he wants to. That's fine.
All right, Petrova will go through with him.
Somebody's going first.
The dragon.
You don't
Go
hurry up, it's going to be me.
okay. Is Angel going to go through riding Dom when he does this?
Yeah.
Don't hit your head on the top of the punk. Oh, portal.
All right. Okay,
See what
Angel.
happens.
So
Aye.
Dom jumps through. Okay. Susie gets on the other side of the portal. He is falling.
Mm,
At
yeah,
the
we
normal, 32 per second business, and
Mm.
he's not on the ground.
We're
Okay.
not on the ground. I think we can live with that.
Oh, sure.
what?
Okay, fine.
So they just
Oh.
went through the portal, but not back
We're-
to the platform.
Well, the portal is only a certain height, so it can't bring him through like it would have to bring him
25
through like
feet?
wherever the portal is
How
located
high-
on the other
how high
side,
is-
right?
What are you talking
You're-
about, Ken?
Portals are like 40 feet tall, right?
No, they're
No, they're
25 foot
25 feet
tall,
tall.
but they're
Okay,
8
so
feet above the ground on the platform side.
Oh,
Right, right.
okay. So
So they're a total of 33 feet up. So if he
Okay.
comes through like in the middle of it, then it's still going to be about a 20-foot drop.
Okay.
well, then how do
shouldn't be
people walk through without falling 8 feet at least?
There's a ramp.
Yeah, there's a ramp, and you
So-
don't normally jump through it from a height.
But wouldn't
just
he
walk up
still
the
end
ramp.
up on the ramp? So the extra 8 feet wouldn't matter.
Not
He
necessarily.
launched himself.
Yeah, he's
So he
trying to
launched himself
he's
so-
trying
by
to
so
cross
much?
he's trying to cross a 10-foot divide, to do this. Yes.
All right.
So he launched himself by so much that he like skipped the ramp.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
All right. So he drops 20 feet then.
Ah, thud.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Dom. Okay, you just took 16 points of damage, which is fortunately 4 less than your toughness.
Yeah.
Boom! Onto the ground. At least
Well-
knock the air out of him.
Well, after what, almost 4 days of doing this, yeah, kind of like, what the hell's gravity?
Well, yeah, and gravity's very real on the
Yeah.
platform.
Yeah, we're like, what the
Very
hell
well,
is
yeah,
gravity?
sure.
It's like you got kind of used to this whole, well, it's gravity's kind of only a suggestion, and then it's like, wham!
Yeah.
So Susan's
Hello,
comment,
gravity.
Dom fell about 20 feet.
You don't know this.
The rope would go down because he's tied to the rope.
The rope is going from the hatchway of the thing down to the probably.
So
the
Dom.
bottom
Okay,
portal.
then I stood corrected. I thought Dom was tied to the rope, but apparently
Nope.
he's not.
No, don't.
Okay.
tied-
All right. Then I stood
You are.
corrected.
Susan is tied to the rope.
Okay. Susan's gonna head through.
Okay,
I'll
are
just
you the
kind of
other
hand
end
over
of the
hand
rope, Susan?
through it.
Maybe I don't understand something. Are you at the other end of the rope?
There was about 50 feet in front of me, and then at the 50-foot mark, I tied it off. Then Chen Wei threw it through, and now I'm gonna sort of hand
Okay,
over
so
hand. I'm gonna
basically
climb up
there's
the
a
rope.
loop. There's a loop of this rope that's gone through the portal. It's
Right.
now pulling on Susan.
On Susan. Yeah,
And,
that's
Okay.
and Chen Wei, because Chen Wei threw it when he was like 10 feet away. So there's
All right. Now, Susan, you do realize that considering what's going on, you could, if someone's holding the other rest of the rope, you can slide down the rope.
I'll try that. I'll do that.
I'm gonna
I'll put
hold on to
I'll
the
put on my
rope.
gloves and do that.
All right.
Let's slide down the
All right.
rope.
Give me just give me an agility check on that.
All right. That's something Susan has in spades.
What we should have done was leave Dom on the ship, threw the rope through, and then
9.
slide down like a zip line.
Big 9 for Susan.
9.
Great. You slide down the rope and kind of tumble through the opening because, it's I'm not sure exactly where it comes out on the other side.
Okay.
It's since you're pulling back against it.
Well, it would slowly go at about 1 inch a second down to the bottom.
I'm just
No matter
saying,
where
if
it
you
hits.
hold on, it would slide up to the top. I don't think we've ever even thought about this before.
No,
We
we've
have
never
not.
Usually
really
people
considered.
tie it off on the other side if they're going to do
Sure.
this. So, all right. Anyways, let me just make a roll here. All right. So yeah, you're 10 feet up.
Okay.
You land taking 2 points of damage from the impact.
Not a problem.
So that's not too bad. You tumble down the ramp onto the floor. Dom is over there laying on his side, picking his teeth, with a probably an M60 rifle with a with an attached bayonet.
Yeah, we
Oh,
didn't
there
need
you
that.
go. And we've got a few of those. Yeah.
He says,
didn't.
"Hey,
All right.
Susan, how's your
Okay.
head?"
That's my Amuse a Savage kit, a crate of M16s. Here, guys, play with these.
All right, who's next?
I'll go.
yeah, I was 10 feet away, so I'm probably dragged through whether I go through or not.
About
You still got like close to 800 feet of rope.
yeah,
Sure.
you're gonna be there a
I'm
while.
assuming somebody's
Yeah.
holding on to it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
believe me,
Mike
the
will be-
pilot is
Mike's
not
holding
putting
on.
this thing down on top of the tower.
Okay, real
Sure.
quick.
Yeah, we
Who's
don't want
going
him to-
next?
I'll
You.
go.
Okay.
Go.
I was just trying to figure out what we're doing because
Yeah,
we're arguing about
please-
stupid shit at this
please
point.
go.
All right. Sounds good.
Please go until someone's at the portal.
Okay, I go.
I was gonna go, but all right.
Go.
Oh. You had your chance. 17.
I lit.
Good roll.
Yeah.
Then Ronan can go next. How about
All
that?
right.
Go, Ronan.
Okay.
All right. You drop 17 feet. On the other
What?
side, take 2 points of damage,
Okay.
which your toughness will absorb easily.
All
I
right.
got
Very
7 toughness. So
Okay. Still, if you're wearing armor, that would help. You
no,
should
my
actually take
armor's all
points.
gone.
Okay.
Good. Yep. All of our armors are gone.
All right.
So
Okay,
Ronan
next.
goes next.
Go, Ronan.
I go.
So go before you get shoved.
Yeah, let's go. Hercules, Hercules,
All right.
Hercules.
Ronan.
Double ones.
Yeah. No. 10 exploding. Yeah.
Yikes.
No, just a 1 actually, but it could have been a 10, and which would have exploded, and he would have like landed on his head. So,
Oh, that's
yeah.
a lot of fun. Sure.
Yeah. No, only 1 point. So yeah.
All right. So no problem. Okay, Chen Wei.
Yeah, okay. So going through, but what do I have to roll to go through?
Just have to make an agility check.
Okay, 11.
No
And then-
problem. You
and
take
then and then rock,
3
paper,
points of impact damage, which is way less than your toughness.
And then-
Okay.
And then
Mike points to the portal,
Ow.
looking at Angelica.
I was
Okay, you're next.
fine. I go. And I'll go. Angelica will go.
All right. Go ahead.
I'm Bennying
Because-
that.
Here comes some bennies.
That's even worse. One more. Okay.
You just got to get a 4.
I know. That's a 9. What I had rolled.
Yay.
Okay.
What?
All right.
I'm just gonna type it.
You basically come through about 8 feet. Says no one. Even after I suggested, no one has tied the other end off any place where they could slide through safely and make a somewhat okay landing. You basically drop 8 feet at the other side, and but that's no big deal. You just hit and roll.
Okay.
It's
Mike,
not
Mike's
even
the only
really
one
damaged.
left. He was holding the end of the rope.
right. So now what are you going to
Okay.
do? Because there's no one to
All
hold
right.
it,
Well, now I'll tie the rope onto the superstructure, and then I'll go through. Okay.
What? You're gonna tie off the rope on the superstructure of the ship?
Yeah, sure.
I thought we were taking the rope with us.
Okay.
Or are we gonna pull?
All
what
right,
we
go
can
ahead,
through?
Mike.
All right. Agility check. 7.
Okay. All right, you're fine. You basically just dropped 4 feet,
All right. No problem.
and then you hear this sound, this creaky sound, and suddenly there's a snap. Of course, you don't hear that because it's on the other side of the portal, and a bunch of rope comes recoiling through the portal because the ship on the other side decided to move away.
Hey,
And it was
we
still
broke it.
attached.
I was going to
And
throw.
it-
I didn't throw the rope back fast enough. I guess I was going to throw it back.
Oh no,
you
it's
can't
ours
throw
now.
it back. It's still coming
Apparently
through.
not.
Still coming through.
Apparently
Still coming
not.
through, dude.
Okay.
Well, he
So
can
either-
he can throw part. He can throw the end of it back.
We
but-
That
could,
wouldn't
yeah,
help.
but apparently that didn't. We didn't do it.
It
Okay.
would still try to pull the other end through first.
That's
so it would
true.
either
Yeah.
pull the ship through
All right.
or
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I mean, I'm saying is that if he waited long enough, they would have realized they're being pulled toward the
Towards
the top
place
of the
where
thing
we all
because it's rope,
disappeared. Yeah.
and either it would have snapped, but
Or they
instead
would've
they
cut
pulled
it.
away from it, and it basically snapped the leather rope, which has
Or they
considerable
could have
amount of
untied
strength.
it or cut it or whatever.
No, they
any
just
number.
moved the ship.
Okay.
Ship
Sounds
is
good.
enormous. It's more than capable of snapping a little guy line like that.
Sounds good. All right.
So,
So
they
we
come
still
through and
gotta.
you see the end of it's splayed in ribbons and stuff.
Oh,
Obviously, really, just
leather
just
leather
shred.
wouldn't make a very good rope anyways because it stretched too much and then tread.
Hey, look, we got the
Probably.
rope back.
It's
Yeah,
low
we got some
tensile
rope
strength.
back. That's
Some
true.
of it.
We got some of the
All
rope
right.
back.
You can make a whip
Well-
out of it now.
Well, we saw
Don't
the.
tempt me there, Jason.
Well, now we
My.
know why this
Oh
world.
my.
We know what the problems are with this portal, sort of.
Yep.
Yeah, I immediately locked the portal.
Yeah, let's not come back.
Well,
don't wanna come back?
or at least like get a sheet of paper and write an explanation on it, and before it gets absorbed. How long before it gets absorbed? Maybe people will see it for a little while longer.
Mhm.
I just locked the portal.
Susan's like, I'm bummed. I like being strong again. It was nice to be strong for a while.
I like
You're
gravity.
not strong anymore. Oh, because of the
No,
bracelet.
no.
The
Because
magic bracer.
magic bracers, yeah. But at least we know another place where they work.
I like gravity. So
Me too. One of my 4 favorite basic forces.
I know Dom.
Well,
likes
this is
gravity.
What are the other ones?
I could live without.
Electromagnetism, strong nuclear force, weak nuclear force, says Susan.
How come I haven't heard of them?
Because they haven't
When
been
were they discovered? When were they discovered?
2025, maybe
Oh,
30.
2025. That's pretty far ahead.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know about electromagnetism.
Well, yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yep. All right. Anyway,
Mm.
let's. I guess we can get the vehicle and prepare to go home.
Yeah, we got a weird report for this one.
I know. And tell me.
Patrol's
unfortunately, most of our stuff is gone. I mean, unless
That's
it like
true.
appears back in the same way, we get teleported around.
I highly doubt that.
No. No. I didn't have a lot of stuff anyways, but
The Blue Wizard has guns and phones and all sorts of neat stuff.
A book in
True.
French.
flashlights,
Yeah, flashlights.
Oh
Yeah,
shit! Got my
MREs.
notebooks.
MREs. Yeah.
It got it had
change of underwear,
Oh yeah.
pants,
Chen Wei's pens.
Chen Wei's
36
pens.
bra. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yep.
from Petrova.
Well, I'm gonna pop a beer and get aboard the vehicle.
Yeah.
Oh, get aboard the
Yeah,
vehicle,
so-
then pop a beer.
So we go back to the Demixie. Did they bring the vehicles through the portal on their side, or did they?
Oh yeah,
Um,
they took it over to that IDET place.
Okay, so we actually have to go to Demixie to.
The Mixieland.
Um,
Always
Everyone
fun.
gets a ride.
Matak is the name of the planet.
Pata.
Yeah.
You are a weak pata. Sounds Klingon.
I know, but it
Oh.
is. They're much nicer than Klingons.
Okay.
Now, if you want to feed people like that, you want to go to the Norlanders. Those guys are like. Have you ever watched the movie, the TV show Ghost, the American version?
Yes.
No.
Ghosts. Oh
Where
yeah,
they
yeah.
got
Love
the
it.
guy that's like
I've heard of it.
he's a Viking.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Norlanders
that
are all
show.
like that.
I
Yeah,
have.
they're all super into
I haven't watched the American one. I've only seen the British one.
It's
have-
really very good.
I
My
have
wife
the
and I
first two
I
seasons
really
on
enjoyed
DVD.
it.
Yeah, I've seen the British one, but not the American one. So.
Right, we've seen all the British one, and then we started.
I
watching
haven't
the
seen
American.
either.
Well, I'm just telling you this.
I'll have to watch it.
It's quite enjoyable. So,
Do it.
but
Yep.
my point is that here's a character that is like, dressed in leather, like Hagar the Horrible. Okay.
Oh
He's
yeah.
a younger
Right.
guy. He's drenched in wolf urine because that's the best. That's the best guy. He says this is the first squeezings are the
Well, damn.
best. So he
Which
has
is
that
absolutely
drenched all-
nothing like real Vikings.
Yeah. Well, anyways, and of course the funniest thing about it is that ghosts can't eat, okay, but they can smell. So they can
Oh,
smell
okay.
food, and they can definitely smell him. They also can smell the dead cholera people down in the basement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Anyways,
Okay.
okay, so you guys go back, go to Mixie Prime. You get your gear and stuff like that. Get your thing. Bring it back on the jet sled, and all very exciting. Have lots of fun.
Yay.
And bring it back to the portal. And then now it's time for probably a teary goodbye. I'm trying to remember here. I think there's a long trip for the dragon.
Yep.
It took us a while to bring him here. Yeah.
So basically, he can follow you guys for a while back
Sure.
to and then make the final separation at Earth Prime
Yep.
before he starts
That's
heading
true.
off in the other
Yeah, 'cause we're
direction.
going the same way anyway.
Correct.
Right.
All right. Susan lies down in the ambulance like always.
Oh, okay.
Her fringe vertigo.
That's
Yeah,
right.
but well, as long as she can't see out, she doesn't actually have to lay down like that.
Okay. Well, she likes to do it anyway.
Okay, it's just a long trip. That's all.
It is a long trip. Yeah.
I don't think she'd want to lay there for 6 hours or something like
Well.
that. Because you guys have no reason to travel at breakneck speed.
No.
Dom, as long as Dom gets to another place where magic is supported, he's going to be well within his 18 hours before he sickens.
Okay. Sounds good.
And of course now, Kaitlin and her character Angel, because she's seen his character sheet, knows a lot of things about Dom she didn't know.
Hmm.
Aha.
I copied that down to Petrova's character sheet on the off chance we somehow need her again.
Ah.
So.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So, all right. So you
Resume.
guys do the split. You guys head on off. Bye bye.
Bye.
Tom. Bye bye, Angel.
Goodbye. Goodbye,
Bye.
Angel.
Bye, Miss American Pie.
You're more than welcome to
Oh,
come
I'm
track me
better.
down again
Off the
if you
flat.
ever need it.
That was the first 45 my sister ever bought. American Pie.
It's a good song.
It is a good song.
It is
I
a
had
song.
no idea when I first listened to it. I was listening about, JFK and all that stuff.
Wait,
About
is
Buddy
that what
Holly.
it's
Yeah.
What?
Buddy Holly.
is that what the Miss American Pie is about?
Yes.
Not Miss American Pie.
American Pie is
American Pie,
Yep.
about
The day
Buddy
the music
Holly, the
died.
Big
The day
Bopper.
the music died.
The day the
When
music
Buddy
died was
Holly, the
when
Big Bopper,
JFK
and-
got shot.
American
But-
Pie is about college and sex.
We're talking
That's
music, and we're not
Cherry
talking
Pie.
about movies.
Oh,
Yes. About 30 years before that, Cole.
okay.
Back when I was much younger than you.
I was about to say, it's like, I'm pretty sure Steve Stifler, the Stiffmeister, never mentioned JFK.
No, not that
Yeah,
I know.
and the guy who did it was Don McLean.
Yep. Who did a very good cover of Crying later that year. No, 1980, excuse me.
Anyway.
My favorite is one by Weird Al Yankovic, though.
Oh yes.
Oh, yes.
Almost
Hey.
anything.
I sang that one on karaoke on my last cruise. I sang The Saga Begins. The guy says to me, "Did you just make all that up?" I said, "I'm not that clever. That's Weird Al, man."
Very weird.
Even I'm not
Weird
that
Al
clever.
is White
Yeah.
Nerdy, which was a
Oh, I love
parody
White
of Right and Nerdy.
Right and Dirty. They had White and Nerdy on the karaoke machine. I said, "I'm not a good enough rapper to sing that."
Yeah, but
That's
you
need
guys
to be
are
fairly good.
all basically denied, because here in Atlanta we have a group called Felt Nerdy.
Oh,
And-
wow.
And they're a puppet group, and
Oh, wow.
and they do a lot of Star Trek and Doctor Who stuff.
Oh,
But they
wow,
also
cool.
have an adult show too.
Is that the one
Oh.
where the internet was made for porn came from?
Oh,
Internet was made for what?
Porn.
Porn.
the song,
Have you-
yeah, from Avenue
song, you know?
2.
I don't believe
The
so.
saying
Avenue
is
2. No,
much
it's not.
older.
Yeah.
Well,
anyways,
they did
uh,
these puppets, and they are all singing the song. The internet's made for porn.
I
you
don't know about that.
Like
I-
Sesame Street
Internet made
almost.
for-
right.
yeah,
Right.
that's- Adult Sesame Street, basically.
Yeah.
I
I
forget
have
the
seen,
name of the group.
I
I
have
think-
seen
Avenue
the
Q.
movie.
Is there a
that
film
was-
like
Avenue
that?
Q.
Yeah, I have seen Meet the Feebles, which is
Okay.
an adult version of.
Now, I've seen Harry Potter Puppet Pals. I've seen that.
Okay.
That's mildly funny.
Film that came out in 2018 that had
The Puppet Detectives
the Puppet Detective films, like
or something like that.
Yes.
Dead. Yeah.
Curse
I
you,
forget the
Chuck.
name of
Alright.
it too.
What?
You said Harry Potter Puppet Pals. Curse you.
Harry
The
Potter Puppet
Time
Pals.
murders.
Say that 10 times fast.
I'm not saying that.
Even-
Yeah.
even-
Hey,
even I'm
Kaitlin,
not
watch
that good.
Harry Potter 5 years later. It's also pretty good. That's
Yeah,
live
that's
action.
true. All right.
Caitlin, watch
5
Happy Time
years.
Murders too.
All right. Well, once
It
we
worked.
say goodbye to Dom and Angel, we head back to base to decontamination.
Okay.
We head back to decontamination
Give us time to write up our report.
Decontamination.
and a real cup of coffee.
And
Yes.
gravity.
Yes,
Yes,
well,
and
we've
they're,
already
and they're
got
playing all the
gravity
music
here.
from Thunderbirds, as you guys as the things move around and they dock with the various
Oh, wow.
modules.
Okay. Very good.
You guys
yeah.
all go inside,
Well,
to the
And we're not sure we're at the right portal because everybody's walking around like they're on strings. What? Oh no!
Yeah.
What was the angel episode where they were all stuffed?
Yes. He says,
I think we went through the wrong portal.
Yes, that's one of my wife's favorite episodes.
I just imagine us going through a portal and we're like, oh shit.
It's gonna happen sooner
Yep.
or later.
You get
You
back
mean
to
it
Earth
didn't
Prime,
happen
but
already?
someone in the future has invented time travel, and the
What
Fringe
was-
portal has never existed, and you're now in an ice cave. Oh, fun!
Oh shit.
What was the episode of whatever show it was where they were talking about doing shows and like if they were going to make a television show about them, and they kept going through all the different sci-fi. Was it Stargate that did that one? And then they got to
yeah.
they got
And,
to
and they did have the puppet one on Stargate as well.
yeah, but they got to the episode where they were looked like what was the one with the living ship and the
Oh, you're thinking of damn it.
Andromeda.
Farscape.
Farscape. They got to the Farscape thinking they went, nah, nobody will get it.
Yeah, because they've already have the puppets there. So yeah.
So we get back to base, and now Richard Dean Anderson's in charge.
No, just still General Borodin, who doesn't take
General
any
Borodin.
shit from
Oh,
anyone.
he's a lot of fun. Okay,
He's fun at parties, let me tell you.
oh golly,
He's great at drinking parties.
sure.
You can get him loaded. You can pretty much get anything out of him. So
No, nothing. He's
All right,
he's
okay.
he's like a rock when it comes to that. But anything
Okay.
else,
hey,
So
you've
you-
had 15 drinks. How about we get a little bit of no?
it's more like, oh, I have a new mission for you. He hands it to you, and it's like some
There you go.
godforsaken location that he wants you to go do an extensive survey.
You mean unlike the last one we were just
Yeah,
at?
that's what we just had.
I think we're
you
always
go.
going on those.
A lot of fun.
Well,
Um,
that's because you guys are all legendary and you survive almost anything.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So we get back, we go through the econ, we go through debriefing.
Write our
my favorite
report.
part.
Right.
got
Well,
too
what
much
are you going to say
chaos.
about this place?
That's what I'm boggling my mind about. I'm like, okay, so it's dark and there's a light side and we flip back and I have no idea what to write about this place. Just danger, do not go. Dark,
Mike's
do not
gonna-
go.
No,
That's it.
you
Mike's
really
gonna write-
do want to explain things, but it's stress like you get teleported, you lose all the stuff you're not carrying. Yeah.
Mhm.
It was
Mike,
bizarre. We could find no answers, and we were concerned about dying over there, honestly. So
I mean, you got to at least say it's got weird gravity, and you
I
come
was
out
seriously
and
trying to kill Dom,
you come out on the
you
top of
failed miserably.
You
I
come
know.
out on the top of a
It was
very
very
slippery
frustrating for
tower
me.
on the dark side of the planet.
Yeah.
And then, after so and so hours, you get teleported to the light side. And after so and so, you get teleported back. And, we did visit some of the people there, so we can describe some of this stuff that's there.
But nobody really knows what's going on there is the thing that we could figure out.
That's true. That's true.
But you explain what you can. If it takes a scientist to say, this gravity probably means so and so and so and so, then it takes a scientist to say that's what it means.
Did we figure out if the flipping of from the light to the dark side? Well, it didn't do that to Ronan the first time, though. Anyway, did we figure out if that
Did
was
it?
kind of in sync with the shutting
he was
on and
just
off of
suffering
the?
from a traumatic brain injury and kind of spent the entire day in a haze.
Purple
My
haze.
dude.
He landed on his head.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. So
that
he was
works.
out
Yeah,
for a
right,
day.
Sure,
Yeah,
All right.
so no damage was done, but he was kind of in a daze for.
sure.
So he
For 46
held
hours.
off on us, literally.
Okay. Mike puts in his report. His guess is that this planet is tidally locked. You have a side that's always light, a side that's always dark, because the sun never moved in the sky. Susan stresses the fact there's some very powerful being that watches over the light side and sends people to the dark side who don't confess. There's some very powerful being on this planet called the Protector. And
There's wizards. We got
and
some
there's wizards
names.
and all sorts
We
of
met
stuff.
two of them. They're all egocentric.
We had to fight some big ass dragon.
We saw a
We-
dragon
we-
fight.
Like, technically, the dragon.
Mike
fought
says
the
he
dragon.
wanted to shove a grenade up the blue wizard's ass, but he never got the opportunity.
Yeah, we got ripped off.
Pretty much.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, he was a giant, so I mean,
Grenade
we-
launcher when we had it. Grenade
Okay.
launcher. Boom!
I mean,
right
the
in.
grenade probably, given its size, it probably would have just been like a fart. Like, did someone shove something on my ass?
But it would have been.
It would have been like
funny.
using a grenade launcher on Galactus,
Oh yeah, more fun for everyone. Yeah. Sure.
So, yeah, I recommend. I give it 1 out of 10 stars and would not return. I couldn't find anything that was that
So
would be
nothing,
beneficial.
no technology that they thought would be exploitable here on Earth Prime.
They
Not
have
really, no.
if the wizards are using technology to do their stuff, it could be a lot of technology, and if they're capable of creating dragons with their minds, that's certainly technology. It doesn't sound like, they're just using machines that you can just pick up and take somewhere else, but it's stuff that they can do that we cannot do, that could very well be technology. We just don't know.
Or it could actually be actually just magic, and we don't know.
Yes.
Right.
There are many things that we cannot explain.
Susan
Yeah,
also
Earth Prime
writes
doesn't have
that-
any real understanding of magic.
That's right.
That's-
we
Yeah,
don't.
we shouldn't leave stuff out because we think they're not going to use it, or it doesn't fall into categories they're asking us about. You tell them everything you can.
Well, I'm not lying about it.
Right.
I'm just
Susan,
saying I didn't see how we could utilize this for our
no,
benefit. It's more
writes
dangerous than
that
it is.
one side of the planet doesn't know the word cow, the other side doesn't know the word dragon. They're so separated.
It's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, we know both words because we get the whole planet, but they don't.
Well, we don't even have dragons, but we still know the word dragon. I mean,
Correct. Yeah.
Because we're educated.
I
The
don't know.
new Tesla is like having a dragon in your tank. Really? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, it's a tiger in your tank, and that's when you go to Exxon.
Oh, very good. I sit corrected. Okay. All right. Okay. So very good.
And if
We
it's
didn't
if it's a
die.
tiger in your tank, then it's like a World War II smash up, like demolition between opposing sides.
It's not a tiger tank.
It's a tiger tank in your tank.
It's a tiger driving a tank.
Mhm. Oh, I wanted to apologize for the phone call. That was my brother John, who is losing the ability to talk, so I don't get calls from him anymore. But he wanted to make sure I was coming on Saturday. So yeah.
All right. Okay, well, I don't have anything more for you this week, so we can
All
stop
right,
a little
yeah.
early. Thank you very much for playing. Interesting how you've basically written this place off. Okay.